and James Blunt.
What is going on, everybody? John Impemba here with Mark Pitts, breaking down today's MLB DFS main slate. 13 games on tap here for everybody on a Friday to close out the week here. Mark, how we doing, my friend?
Doing good. My favorite thing about this slate, besides it being 13 Major League Baseball games, is there's no rain symbols.
Yes, no weather. The weather's coming, though. You and I live in Massachusetts. We're expecting is it Hurricane? Is it Irene? Who is it now? I don't know. Ian? I don't know. There's some sort of hurricane is working its way up the East Coast here. That's going to find its way to us. Hurricane Lee. Hurricane Lee is on its way, going to hit us on Saturday. But that's not Friday. So we have a clean 13 games here on the board. Before we do, we'll go over and break down today's 13 games. Shout out to our friends at RT Sports. Go to rtsports.com/alarm. Promo code alarm23. New users get a 100% deposit match with their first deposit. Take part in their DFS Pick'em games, which we give out DFS Pick'em plays every day at the 5 p.m. live stream. Make sure you tune into that. Or you can take part in their DFS contest, which they have available every day for the MLB season. All right, Mark, let's get into it. As we mentioned, 13 games, no reason to waste time. Pitching here, top price guys on the slate, only 2 above 10K. We got a handful above 9. So let me know which of the 6 pitchers priced above 9K that you find yourself maybe gravitating towards. You have Aaron Nola on the road against St. Louis, Justin Steele on the road against Arizona. We have George, I don't like to throw more than 90 pitches, Kirby at home against the Dodgers, Zach Eflin against the Baltimore Orioles, Hunter Green on the road against the Mets, and Tarek Skubal on the road against the Angels there. Only 1 pitcher above 9K at home here on this slate.
So I'll say I don't hate any of them. I do like some of them.
Okay.
Let's just get rid of Kirby. He's playing the Dodgers. Not going to go there.
Lucky for him, he won't have to worry about throwing 90 pitches. I don't think he gets them.
Yeah, he's not going to last. But top option, Justin Steele. Guy's been a beast all year long. He's coming off. He had a 12 strikeout game 2 games ago, and the Diamondbacks just got blanked by Lucchesi like a day ago.
Yeah, and they're getting shut down by Kenta Maeda here right now as well. So tough looking for the Diamondbacks. And as you mentioned, Justin Steele already faced them once. Actually faced them in his very last start. 7 innings, 1 earned, 6 strikeouts in that game. So I'm with you here. Aaron Nola's been very up and down, very difficult to project away games this year. A 5.66 ERA compared to a 3.44 at home. So doesn't feel like the greatest spot for Aaron Nola. Talked about Kirby. Eflin against Baltimore. In Baltimore's okay, but Eflin certainly hasn't been as dominant of late as he was over the start of the season. So a little bit tough for me to want to spend the money for him. Hunter Green's too aggro. Tarek Skubal against LA. LA hasn't been great. Skubal's been okay. 5 innings, 9 strikeouts in his last start. But it was the White Sox, so take that for what it's worth. I do like the pitch count for Skubal, though. 97, 97, 95 is encouraging. So I might just go with the southpaws here. I might go with Steele and Skubal as the 2 for me.
Yeah, and look at his strikeouts. 9-7, 9-7-7. Like he's there. And the Angels have been awful.
Yes. Oh, they've been awful. Chalk of the slate's going to be Seth Lugo. Listen, Hunter Brown was over 50% rostered the other day. He had a no-hitter, got pulled during it because of I can't even say pitch count. Dusty Baker took him out at 78 pitches, but any pitcher that goes against Oakland is automatically chalk here. Houston got Seth Lugo in the last outing, but he's been really, really, really good this season, over the last 6 or so starts prior to that. So you're getting him against Oakland. A lot of people will be in at the $8,600 price tag. If you're not going him, you do have Bailey Ober in a decent spot against the White Sox. You have Miller here against Seattle. Giolito, no thank you at 83. Canning against Detroit. John Gray against Cleveland. Outside of Lugo, any of the other 8K pitchers entertain you at all?
Griffin Canning.
Some strikeout potential there.
Besides that, I mean, I wouldn't touch him. I wouldn't touch any of these guys.
Yeah, Canning has faced Detroit once this season, 5 innings, 2 earned, 8 Ks. So not bad. I would agree with you. Definitely not playing Giolito. Could give maybe a peek at John Gray. I think some Winnick is going to be there. Giolito's going to get rocked.
Yeah.
But obviously we've seen some tough outings out of John Gray of late. This is more so a bet against the Cleveland offense than it is Gray's current form. for me.
What do you make of Keaton Wynn? You think his last game? I mean, it's in Colorado this time, but you think his last game was more of a fluke than anything?
I mean, definitely hasn't had that many strikeouts in any other start, but he's been decent. He's right. He's 6 innings, 2 earned, 4-3, 5 shutouts, 6-3. So maybe $6,800. Again, we don't mind going up against the Rockies here. They're in cores. We'll keep the rostership down. So I could give some looks. I could give some looks at that. I might give Brian Bayo a look too against Toronto. He's pitched really well against them over the course of his career. Again, it's been short, but pitched well against them. One start, 5 innings, only 2 earned run. He did allow 4, but only 2 earned there in 5K. So I could give Brian Bayo a look in the 7K range. Barrios pitching, he's had some struggles against lefties rather, and the Red Sox can throw a lot of lefties out there. After that, though, there isn't a lot of value that I'm taking a look at here. Win might be the lowest I'd be willing to take a peek at.
Yeah, I mean, fight.
Yeah, Fott.
Brandon Fott, we've tried him the last few slates, and it has not worked out at all.
No, Andy's going against Steele, so.
Yeah, true. Just no confidence there. And then below that, I mean, you can't play these guys. Schultens, I mean, even though he's playing against the Twins, who strike
home runs and strikeouts, right? That's what he's going to rub against.
Yeah, too risky.
I would agree with you. All right, let's move on over to catcher here, and we'll talk about some favorite catchers on the slate. Again, 13 games, so there's just a billion players to go around, so really narrowing down the play pool. I'll be on. Am I on the playbook? No, I think Justin Vreeland is going to be on the playbook. Henry Wilson is on the playbook for Friday, rattling off our entire staff here. Henry Wilson will be on the playbook for Friday, so we'll have the full 13-game breakdown for you to check out. But when it comes to this, I kind of like Cal Raleigh at 44. It's the right split side for him. All of his power comes against right-handed pitching. Sal Perez, Christian Javier's been terrible. Same price tag. I think there's some looks to get him in the mid-tier. Yanier Diaz, the guy that hits righties really well. Zach Greinke is trash at 43. And then both Texas catchers, whether it be Garver or Jonah Heim, in that 4K and upper 3K range are in play. So plenty of options on a large slate in that 4K tier to not need to spend all the way up at catcher.
Yeah, and then you always have, depending who plays, you got both Giants catchers and cores.
Yep.
3K
Giants catchers and cores. Francisco Alvarez gets Hunter Green. He hits righties pretty well. Logan O'Hoppe will get the lefty spot if you're not playing Scooble. Campusano against a lefty. That's been a pretty popular play this year. James Grande's been all over that one. Gary Sanchez is on IR, so Campusano at 32 against Newcomb could be a spot.
Yeah, he actually he also homered yesterday.
So I like that.
200. That's a great call.
Can't go Gabe Moreno against Steele, though he's been really good against lefties. That's just our guy. We're probably going to pitch Steele on this slate, so a little bit tough to get there. Any other catchers for value for you popping off?
I mean, I don't love the player, but I'd give Bo Naylor a look. He's got 17, 12, 23 in 3 of his last 5 games.
Listen, he was one of the top catching prospects in all of baseball. Slow to start this year to come up, but starting to swing a hot bat. 321, 959 OPS the last 10 games for him. So not a bad shutout if you're not in on John Gray at $2,900 for sure. I like that.
Yeah, and then I mean, you could throw Maldonado out there if he's in.
Yeah, I would agree.
26. Greinke's an old man.
Yeah,
at this point.
Yeah, not good for Greinke for sure. All right, first base position here again. Plenty of options you can go to. Freeman versus Kirby. Bellinger gets Fought. Here, two good options, I think. Mentioned Chris Bryant's homered in back-to-back games. We'll see what he does on the Thursday slate. But if you're not in on Win, could have some power potential. Christian Walker gets a lefty that we like. Steele is at top up here. Probably just go right back to Casas, though, for me. Casas and Bohm feel pretty good in their spots against Barrios and Thompson.
Yeah, throw Wade in there. I mean, he's in power, so just automatic consideration.
Yeah, San Francisco will be pretty chalky. Josh Naylor, if you want to go Bo Naylor, Josh Naylor brother combo.
Yeah, the Bass brothers.
Yeah, can get him against Gray for sure. Joey Meneses against Wade Miley. Again, Commanders against Miley. What's Kybert? Do we miss Kybert here? Is he hurt? Where's Kybert?
No, he's in
35. I could get some Kybert against Wade Miley.
Yeah, my favorite catcher that I talk about all the time.
Your favorite catcher for sure. Carlos Santana against Irvin's there. Trying to see Christian. I feel like I haven't seen Cincinnati on a slate in forever.
Right.
Got him against Peterson.
I mean, what do you think of Javier, Christian Javier? Terrible? Would you go any or not any, but most Royals?
I think they'll be contrarian. Javier's not been good. So if you're looking at like Lofton maybe tonight,
Yeah, you go there.
trying to see anybody else popping off down here. Kirilov against Schultens, I like. Could find a home getting to him there. So some looks at first base for everybody. Second base, loaded at the top. You have Betts, you have Altuve.
You could throw out just one more,
Yeah.
Jurickson Profar.
Oh yeah, Profar now back with the Padres.
He let off one game, and then I think they hit him fifth or something the next game. So, good spot.
Yeah, always good against lefties as well for Profar. So that's a good call out. 333, 88 OPS. Last 10 games for Jurickson, 9 for 27 with a homer. So, yeah, I'm in on that call. It's a good call. At second base, I mentioned a lot of top end spend up plays. If you can get there, you can. Drury gets a lefty at 42 in the mid tier, which feels pretty good. Brandon Lau against Flaherty at 44. Could find myself having some interest there also.
Spencer Steer has been hitting again. He's got home run. That's today. Yeah, home run today.
Where's he at? What's his price?
51. I mean, he's kind of expensive, but
they got him at second base now. He's moving all over the diamond.
Yeah, second base, outfield.
Yeah, pretty crazy because he's been first base, he's been third base, he's been outfield.
Third? Yeah, he's third. Yeah.
I guess it's because McLean's hurt. They got him playing second now, so kind of interesting. Let's see. Ha-Seong Kim against a lefty. That's been an always go-to play for us. $4,900. That feels pretty good. India against a lefty is pretty good at 46 as well. So some really good spend ups at second base here.
You could throw Drury. I mean, if you don't believe in Scooble, you could throw Drury in there. I mean, I don't know how many people are playing the Angels since their lineup is just garbage. But
yes, he's one of the few though. You can definitely get in there against a lefty, and Nato is back too, and he's a guy that hits lefties pretty well for that Angels lineup. So could take a look at him, assuming he gets in that lineup. I think they hit him in ninth now, but still maybe a little cheap. Angel, we'll get to it short in a moment. Any other second baseman for you?
Again,
a long list of players here.
Yeah, so, I mean, there's a million.
Massey homered the other day. 3 homers now in the last 10 for Massey. Got some power against Javier. Could be a play.
Like that.
Josh Rojas at 34.
Yeah, you can go there. I like that too.
And then
Bobby Miller's been pretty good, but
yeah, Miller's been good. Julian will be the other one because why not, right? Let's get some more twin calls. Third base. Ramirez.
Go ahead. I was say Monasterio. Was Monasterio the one leading off?
He led off the other day. Was that against lefty? I think he led off as a lefty though. So if Yelich is back, Yelich will lead off, but we'll see. Not bad though if he's in the lineup. He hits in the middle of the lineup or he led off the other day. So could get Monasterio against Irvin for sure. Again, we don't think anything of Jake Irvin here. So Milwaukee, especially when we get to Willie Adames here in a moment, could be a spot. Where are you looking third base? Top tier has top 5 guys, 6 guys are all in loaded spots.
I like them all. I'd probably prefer Bregman, but I mean Devers. Berrios is okay, but I think Devers is better. But I go Bregman like first choice.
Sure. Anything against Greinke.
Morale he usually
for
as what?
What'd you say?
I would say even though usually like as James would say like we stack against Greinke and he goes out there and like just like squirms through the start and like limits a lot.
He throws 73 miles an hour and these guys don't know how to figure it out. So it is true. That does happen. Probably less often. It's like people who say they always lose with aces, and it's like, no, you don't.
Right.
Stacking against Greinke definitely works more often than it doesn't, but you'll remember when it doesn't. Right. So
below that, I just go to Machado.
Yeah, Machado against the lefty against Newcomb. Morel has fought here. You do have McMahon, lefty power in courts against Wynn, so $5,100 could do that. Ha-Seong Kim has the dual positional eligibility, as we've mentioned, as well. Alec Boehm has the dual positional eligibility.
I don't know Royce Lewis's splits, but Schultens has been terrible, and Royce Lewis hits a grand slam like every other Tuesday. So
he only had a 3-run homer the other day, so he one guy off.
Underperforming.
Yeah, I could get some Royce Lewis for sure in lineups. Going down to sort of the mid tier and value tier, I think Paredes is interesting. A guy that we've always kind of used against lefties, but just has general power. Right, 29 homers now on the year for him,
Sure.
so could run that one out. Michael Garcia, if you're not in on Javier at 41, feels a little appealing. Ezekiel Duran, we're going to start getting into some Texas guys here. Duran against Giolito. We know we're going to play Seager likely against Giolito. And then Carter Kaiboom, I mean,
He
numbers
has some boom.
overall, very bad.
Yeah.
Great name, but Wade Miley kind of sucks. And Carter Kaiboom had hit lefties for a little bit of a stretch here. So, if you want to go for the Nationals against Miley, could see Kaiboom here.
Yeah, and then below that, I mean, your favorite man, Kevin Biggio.
Yep.
He homered 2 games ago. And, I mean, Bayo's been great, good, but not unhittable, right?
Definitely not unhittable. Here's going to be some interesting. As we're recording here on Thursday,
You got news?
we do have news pertaining to the Coors Colorado game. The Thursday game got postponed due to weather. So
unreal.
We could now see a doubleheader potentially on Friday, which means sometimes
They remove it.
They remove these games. So we'll see how that plays. So as we're recording now, we're going to continue to talk about San Francisco, Colorado, but be on the lookout. If they do schedule a doubleheader, they could end up calling this game here off the main slate. So that would certainly change the value of some of these guys, because we know a lot of heavy rostership will tend to find its way to these core slates. So just be on the lookout for that. You mentioned Cavan. I like that for sure for some value. Vargas hits lefties pretty well at $2,700. Could find myself there as well here. So any other third baseman?
Below that, this is not worth going down there.
Yeah, I would agree. Shortstop, as I mentioned, I want to get in against Giolito. Corey Seager, 65. I can find a way to make it happen. I think I want to go there, but the man below him is as hot as anybody in baseball. Trey Turner, 6 homers over the last 10. He leads baseball on home runs, RBIs, batting average since like the All-Star break.
Look at his fantasy points. Just scroll down.
27,
it's 20,
12, 21, 21, 6, 26, 21, 8. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, definitely worth the price tag.
That said, I still want to play Seager against Giolito.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to make more than one lineup, right? You're going to play in both.
Yeah, and I think more people will be on Turner for the savings. You might get a low-rostered Seager here. So, way I'm looking at it, Witt against Javier, because I don't think Javier's there. Nobody's going to play Bobby Witt in that spot. So,
yeah, nobody.
Dansby,
yeah, his last couple games were in Coors, so they're kind of inflated, but still a good spot.
Yeah, good against righties. You have Machado, the dual positional eligibility. Xander gets Newcomb at 46 as well. And then we mentioned Adames here. Home against righties, that's where the power lives. 985 OPS over the last 10 games for him as well. So starting to heat up a bit. 15 of his homers on the year at home. So $4,400. Willie Adames against Jake Irvin, definitely in play.
As is Carlos Correa, who's not been the best, but I don't think anything is Schultan, so I have no problem playing him.
Yeah, and you mentioned already you can go against with the Pena against Greinke if you want to go against Greinke, can run that. Ceddanne Rafael is $3,100. I do continue to play him. He should play more often now. Now that the Red Sox aren't in the playoff hunt, so he's been leading off. He has some power. I like that at 31.
Do you know if they have moved up Mateo? I mean, I don't think I'd play him against Eflin, but he's got steals in 3 of his last 4.
Yeah, I mean, he's hitting the ball a little bit better. 300, 816 the last 10. So it's wild to think about how hot this guy started the year, and then he's just been almost non-existent, and yet he's still going to finish with 35 bags stolen probably. Right. So, yeah, you could go Mateo. I mentioned Nato has hit lefties really well. Has struggled a bit since coming back from the IL, but at $2,800, I'd be willing to give him a look in the lefty against the lefty matchup there. And then Jordan Lawler, again, we played him the other day. Steele's obviously a very tough matchup, but he's $2,500.
Yeah, he's free, and I expect more people to play Steele, so you're probably getting him low rostered.
Yep,
and cheap. Yes.
Any other shortstops?
No, I mean, that's really, yeah, those are the main guys I'm looking at.
We got outfield here. Now, obviously, on a 13-game slate, that means that there's like 700 outfielders that we can pick from. So, we'll do our best to give a quick overview. You'll tune into the playbook and then come back and visit us live at 5 p.m. Eastern. We'll kind of narrow down once we get some exact lineups on who to play here. But obviously, any of the top guys are in play: Rodriguez, Bellinger, Betts, Jordan, and Tucker for sure against Greinke. Tatis against Newcomb feels pretty good going in that direction. Mentioned Morel in play. Martinez has hit righties very well. Spencer Steers hit lefties. Lane Thomas has hit lefties. Nolan Jones against Wynn at 5K. So
every one of them is in a great spot.
All of them are in great spots, right? Like Corbin Carroll and Soto. Maybe don't play them, but you could. You definitely still could.
And then, you got Castellanos down to 48, with also in a great spot.
Yep, against the lefty. I love that. Love that call out. Jock Peterson against Lambert, $4,800 feels pretty good. Duvall against everybody is always kind of a play. I know he struggled a bit after that home run, but could see him. Nimmo at 45, Chas McCormick at 44, Yaz at 44. All of them feel pretty strong. Saya's 43.
Brantley, you could just
infinite number of players within 4K range. Close your eyes, throw a dart, get the wheel generator. You can kind of enter a bunch of player names and do the random wheel spin. That's how you could probably build out your DFS lineups here. Josh Lowe at 4K, pretty good against Flaherty.
Kepler again.
Yep, keep going back to Minnesota. Twins. Yep, can run back Minnesota for sure. Renfroe against a lefty, always a guy that we love, and he gets Peterson here now in Cincinnati. Lourdes and Pham always hit lefty as well. Tough spot against Steele, but if you're going anti-Steele, you'll want to get those two guys in your lineup.
Yeah, sure. Melendez, way down at 34.
Yeah, Melendez. O'Hearn just keeps hitting. Every time I click on his name, 300 and 800. So good piece. That Outman, 34. I like that. Weiler, $3,300, had 3 hits in the first half of the doubleheader on Thursday.
I like Hunter Green, but DJ Stewart, just a lot of power.
Yeah, Willie Castro still $3,100. Parker Meadows, 3K. Let's see, any other cheap? Grichuk against Scoobles, 28. You mentioned Aaron Hicks the other day.
Yeah, where's he?
He's $2,700.
He's been good. I don't know why, but he's been okay.
Pete Crow Armstrong is the other one we can throw out there. 0 for 7 since his call up, but $2,600 against Font. Could be a
okay. Yeah, it was a sac fly. Never mind. He definitely hit the ball.
Yeah. The sac fly RBI. He has a lot of speed. He hasn't gotten a hit yet, but not like Brandon Pfaadt, someone that can really shut you down. So I could give Pete Armstrong a look if he's in the lineup.
Sure. He's free, so you might as well.
He is free. All right, let's build a lineup here again. This is the first look lineup for everybody. We'll have the full playbook out. We'll have the live stream at 5 to kind of narrow some of these plays down here. We mentioned a lot. I kind of like a lot of the mid-tier with Lugo at 86 as a starting point. Did you want to get Steele at 10-1?
I like either Steele or Scooble, so it depends what we can afford with Steele.
Now let's see what we can do with Steele. That gives us $3,900. We definitely had some value that we looked at on this slate. Catcher, we liked Kybert at 35, and our value was Campusano. We think we're locking Campusano in here, aren't we?
You want to lock him in?
Yeah, I think so. I think Campusano is a good spot. 32, first base position with 4K.
You want to just put in Casas?
Yeah, let's go Casas.
Wait, are they not on? No, they are.
Yeah, they are. Casas here. Second base. When did we find our Julian at 37? Massey against Javier at 32.
I like it.
Okay, get some value in this. Third base.
We're fitting in Seager, right? So
yeah, that's the idea. He is fit Seager. That's 35 a play. We had some value. Let's go Pete Crow. I imagine he'll play. They're not playing for anything. $2,600. That's 38. Let's see. What else do we have for value on fielder here? Kepler was 38. I like that. $3,800 for a third baseman and an outfielder.
38.
Go Kevin Biggio. So give us.
What's he? 28.
Yeah, 28. Get us a $4,800 outfielder or $4,800 third baseman. $4,800 third baseman would be.
I think Kim is 49.
Yeah, we're off by 100. Let's see how we can get Kim in the lineup here. Kim. Maybe we go down. Let's get off Seager and let's go Machado. I'll give us a stack here. Cambisano, Kim, and Machado. A $4,200 outfielder.
42.
Brantley.
Sure. Cranky should get lit up.
Yeah, give us a Houston guy here. So Lugo, Steele, Cambisano, Casas, Massey, Kim, Machado, Picar, Armstrong, Kepler, and Brantley is an example lineup for everybody here on the 11 games. If you have any questions, get us on the Discord. Follow us on Twitter, @Mark_Pitts_34 @JMPemba777. Find us on Discord, get us on Twitter, get the playbook out there from Henry Wilson, and then stay tuned for the 5 o'clock live stream for everybody where we break down the slate with lineups and all the latest news for everybody then. For now, good luck this weekend, good luck on Friday, and we'll catch you all later.